I am truly delighted to be here today to address the 48th Asean Foreign Ministers meeting. This is one of the most important events during Malaysia's chairmanship of ASEAN in 2015, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you back once again to Kuala Lumpur after we last met in April. This ministerial meeting has always been one of the key gatherings throughout ASEAN's history, going right back to August 1967, when the first ASEAN ministerial meeting was held in Bangkok. So much so that the 5 foreign ministers who met then to sign the Bangkok Declaration, Adam Malik of Indonesia, my late father Tun Razak from Malaysia, Nasisco Ramos of the Philippines, S. Rajaratnam from Singapore, and Thanat Koman of Thailand are widely thought as being the founding fathers of ASEAN. It was then a new structure for peace and cooperation in the region, and it has since had an admirable record of preserving harmony in one of the most diverse parts of the world. The work of the ASEAN Foreign Ministers has been vital, and I commend past and present holders of those offices for building and strengthening our regional cooperation and taking bold steps where necessary, such as when they acted swiftly to deal with the recent crisis of irregular migration in Southeast Asia. This was a considerable test for ASEAN, but all parties concerned managed to handle it in a timely and effective manner. This year provides another kind of test. At the 27th ASEAN Summit in November, we will adopt the ASEAN Community Vision 2025, which provides us with a roadmap for the next 10 years. And by the end of December, we are due to establish a single community for our 10-nation association. This will be a momentous step towards making the ASEAN motto, one vision, one identity, one community, a reality. It is undoubtedly a milestone, and I would like to thank the high-level task force for all their efforts in drafting the post-2015 vision. For it to be a reality, however, the master plans and the intergovernmental meetings are central, but they are not in themselves enough. As I said last April, a people-centered ASEAN is one in which our citizens, our people, must feel that they are not just part of ASEAN, but that they are ASEAN, and its future is their future. Through travel and tourism, we can reach out and know each other better, which is why in June, Malaysia launched Go ASEAN, a 24/7 travel channel dedicated to showcasing the kaleidoscope of natural beauty and rich cultural heritage our region has to offer. We can come together through sporting tournaments and sharing our delicious cuisines, and of course, through business and trade. Deepening business and economic integration and taking advantage of our young and youthful, talented, and increasingly skilled population of over 600 million people has potentially huge rewards. It has been estimated that if intra-ASEAN trade was boosted from 24% to 40%, the incremental impact on the ASEAN economy could be as much as $2.5 trillion annually. But being a community also means placing appropriate emphasis on the development agenda. Our 10 member states are at different stages, and narrowing these gaps is not an option. It is in fact an imperative if we were to build a truly integrated ASEAN, which is why inclusiveness and sustainability must be at the heart of our policies going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, an increasingly integrated ASEAN is on course to be the world's fourth largest economy by 2050. Some even estimate that we could be the fourth largest market after EU, US and China by 2030, only 15 years from now. We already have the third biggest workforce after India and China, and it is entirely realistic for us to see ourselves as a strong third force in Asia. Others are aware of this. A JP Morgan report referred to, and I quote, ASEAN's bright future. It called us an emerging hotspot located at the heart of the Asia-Pacific region and situated across major trade routes, and concluded, in spite of challenges, ASEAN's economic performance continues to outpace the rest of the world. A report by the Australia and New Zealand Banking Group published this April was even more upbeat. It said, the numbers behind ASEAN's transformation are truly astonishing. Greater ASEAN integration and the creation of the ASEAN Economic Community could drive annual regional GDP growth of 6 to 8%. Over the same period, annual intra-regional trade could reach $1 trillion, and G4 trade with United States, Europe, Japan, and China could reach $3.7 trillion. Foreign direct investment into ASEAN from the G4 will continue to grow strongly to around $106 billion as companies look to expand production bases in the region. The report also observed that our potential is greater than is commonly understood. That is true. And if ASEAN is sometimes somewhat underestimated, we must be careful that we ourselves are not guilty of that. We should be confident about our future, and we should even be vocal about our confidence.